Hi, I'm Dr. Marianne Trent of Good Thinking Psychological Services, and today I've had a special request. I was asked to talk about nightmares. Nightmares is a really hot topic for children and also for adults. And I thought I'd spend some time thinking about strategies to help ease nightmares so that everybody can get a better night's sleep, because that's so important. I'm a mummy myself of two children, and I know just how hard it is when you don't get a full night's forward slash any sleep. One of the first things which is evident is when children are distressed or upset. Quite often it can be a grown-up's preference to not upset them and not talk about stuff, and so to not mention it. And the same is true with nightmares. So don't mention it, gloss over it, be fine, come on, oh, sleep tonight, be great. But actually talking about things and processing them during our day, awake sort of conscious memories and thoughts, actually helps us process things, so that they aren't going to crop up at night. So they're not going to be around in the unconscious mind. So a really useful strategy, both for children and adults, is to kind of map out the nightmare. And that might be writing it out in full as a bit of a sort of narrative, or it might be drawing it, sort of doing some storyboarding. Um, you can use your own creative skills, or you can sort of cut things out of magazines and stick them down into your storyboard. You can draft in magical powers as well. So, if a nightmare, which is quite common, is that someone's being chased, then you can give the person some super speedy legs, or, a cloak of invisibility, or you can kind of turn around and pour a load of stuff on the floor so that they fall over, or you can invent like a jet boat for yourself so that you can zoom away on that. Really get creative, really think about, you can use otherworldly things, you can use real world things, you can just go to town on it, really. Something that is going to alter the ending or alter the threat level in the dream, and I promise you that will help resolve so that it doesn't crop up. Now, whilst doing that, if you find that you or someone else is becoming distressed, you can just keep breathing. It's not real, it's not now, it's stuff that's happened in the past. So just keep focused on the present, just keep mindful, keep about the now, but try to get it done, because honestly, it's really useful, and the evidence suggests that it really does help with altering or changing or taking away altogether nightmares, and then sleep is a much more restful and restorative process. Um, I'll give you a sort of a brief practical example of how it worked for a family I worked with. So in this example, a child was scared of wolves and was nightmares and sort of intrusive thoughts in the day about these wolves. So what I did was I encouraged mum to begin to look for sort of cute baby wolves on YouTube and stuff like that, and to sort of gently be able to bring wolves into the everyday conversations. She cut out some sort of pictures of baby wolves, they drew baby wolves, and then by stroke of genius, there was a sort of seasonal display close by to me, and I visited and realised there was some sort of animatronic wolves that were beautiful, very cute, sort of mummies and babies. And so I suggested that they go along there. And it honestly, all of this stuff put together, it worked, and the wolves stopped being anything that was even on this child's radar, which is what we want. So we don't want people to become, wolf fans and start wearing sort of wolf fleeces and wolf jumpers. Although if that's your bag, then go ahead. We just want people to sort of be neutralised for whatever it is that's the threat for them. And so this is a great way of neutralising that threat. So I'm happy to answer any questions. I'd love to hear back from you about how you found the technique, and whether you plan to use it, and whether you did use it. I would be super grateful if you have liked this content, if you could like, share and comment. Likes on my Facebook page and Instagram, and subscribes and comments on my YouTube channel would be so welcome. So I'm also going to be putting together an Ask Me Anything post. So look out for that, because that's your opportunity to be able to get your questions answered about mental health or parenting. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a great rest of the day, whatever you're